Back on the Resistance ship, Phasma and her squad are closer to completing their mission. Phasma and Banshee finally make it to the hangar.
Spectre, Shade, Revenant, Banshee and I have made it to the hangar. We're going to plant explosives with a 1-minute countdown. What's your status?
Approaching the main deck now, Captain. We are right behind him.
Copy that. Once Banshee and I are done, we'll join you in the main deck.
Roger.
Okay. Make sure your PCD is set to full output. We'll be totally invisible, but the duration of cloaking will drop. We'll have a little under 40 seconds.
Full output set.
There's a ventilation shaft on the other side of the hangar. We'll make our exit there.
So we're going to sprint this?
That's right.
Wouldn't have it any other way. On my mark. 3, 2, 1. Mark! Phasma and Banshee activate their cloaking devices and rush into the hangar. They throw small explosives inside fighter engines, fuel cells, and other vulnerable areas. They make it to the ventilation shaft just in time and begin to make their way to the main deck. Spectre enters the main deck, seemingly unnoticed. As Spectre moves through the deck, he spots Leia sitting with other leadership. Captain, target acquired.
Good. Banshee and I are moving through the ventilation shaft. We'll be there soon. Shade, Revenant, where are you?
We're in the main deck as well. We have eyes on Spectre.
Copy that. Do not make a move until Banshee and I get there.
Spectre suddenly notices the shield console is unmanned and walks over to it. Captain, I have the ability to shut down their shields. If you do that, we'll all get sucked out and you'll die because you don't have a suit. Not if we get to a transport in time. The margin of error is too big. We can't risk it. I'm gonna do it. Suddenly, Spectre feels a gun pointed at his head. He looks back and sees Leia holding him at gunpoint.
Who are you?
The whole deck suddenly has their attention on Spectre. Captain, Spectre has been compromised.
Take Varric. Hold tight, we're almost there.
We have to do something.
Hold your position. I'm going to ask you again. Who are you, and why are you messing with the shield console?
Spectre stares at Leia stoically. Leia primes her gun, but suddenly the explosives go off in the hangar, causing major damage. The explosions shake the ship. All the Resistance fighters are confused.
Shade, Revenant, move and assist now!
Shade and Revenant slip into the main deck and begin shooting everyone. Spectre takes the gun from Leia and stuns her. Phasma and Banshee jump out of the ventilation shaft and assist Shade and Revenant in eliminating the leadership. Spectre throws Leia over his shoulders and the team moves out for extraction. We need to head to one of the airlocks and signal Hux for extraction. As Wraith Squad is running to their destination, they are stopped by a large group of Resistance fighters. They see Leia and immediately start shooting at Wraith Squad. Wraith Squad turns back to run the other way to escape. Do they not realize they're shooting at their own general? Anger makes fools of us all. Phasma leads her team back to the hangar. They jam the doors and look for any transport still intact after the devastating explosion. Look, there's an escape pod over there. We'll barely fit in there. You're welcome to stay here. Spectre rolls his eyes and starts running to the escape pod. Wraith Squad gets on board just in time to avoid the Resistance fighters. They are able to escape, though crammed and uncomfortable.
General Hux, this is Phasma. We have the target. Mission accomplished, sir. Starting our approach in the stolen escape pod.
Copy that. Well done, Wraith Team. Back on the Resistance ship, Chewbacca is angry that Leia was kidnapped. The Resistance is seemingly lost without her.
Someone needs to contact Poe right now.
Right away, sir. Rose and Poe are flying through hyperspace with the codebreaker. They receive a message from the Resistance.
Poe, listen. The First Order kidnapped Leia and sabotaged our fighters. Where are you? What?
How is that even possible?
We don't know. The First Order group that infiltrated us was small and had weapons and armor we'd never seen before.
Phasma. We're almost there. Get everyone ready for a jump. Copy that, Poe. We're going to have to move quickly if we want to rescue Leia. You didn't say anything about a rescue. Don't worry about the rescue. Just get us past the shields and into the tracker room, and you'll be compensated. Fair enough. Leia wakes up in a holding cell and sees Snoke standing outside of it. At last, you're awake.
Snoke.
General Organa. Or should I say, Leia Skywalker. Leia glares at Snoke. Snoke chuckles at her. Your son has been quite useful.
Luke should have killed you when he had the chance.
Indeed, but he underestimated my power.
You were nothing more than a scavenger. A collector of Sith artifacts. You knew nothing until you found what you did. Without it, the First Order would have never rose from the dark. And you would still be scouring in the dirt for trinkets.
The dark side of the Force led me to Palpatine's throne room, and to everything I possess. The dark side chose me.
The dark side of the Force. You talk as if you always knew of such things. You are nothing more than a puppet. A slave to the evil relics you so happily collect. You know nothing of the Force. Snoke suddenly force pulls Leia to him in anger. Leia slams against the cell door. You are the one who knows nothing, princess. Leia sneakily gives Snoke a force push that sends him flying back into a wall. I know how to do that. Snoke recovers and scuffs at Leia. It is a meager point. You cannot escape, and the Resistance has no hope without you. It's only a matter of time before they are destroyed, and once they are gone, I will have you meet your end. Snoke storms off, and Leia realizes that he's right and sits back with a sense of dread. Poe, Rose, and the Codebreaker arrive undetected by the First Order. Once we get inside, we'll need to disguise ourselves. Then once we find the tracker, you guys get back to the ship. I'll go find the general. They make it into the ship, get disguises, and begin their search. Back on Ahch-To, Rey is trying to meditate in order to gain control over her fear and doubt. She is constantly interrupted, leading her to become frustrated. Finn, oblivious to Rey's frustration, approaches her. Hey, Rey. What? Finn is shocked at Rey's harsh greeting. Whoa, hey, I'm sorry. I just wanted to know if you wanted some company. Rey gives Finn a remorseful look. I'm sorry, Finn. I'm just frustrated with this place. I didn't mean to snap at you like that.
Finn sits down next to Rey. Yeah, I can see that. What's going on, Rey?
I don't know. I just thought things would change by coming here. Instead, it feels like things are getting worse.
Worse? But we've both learned so much.
You have, perhaps. But for me, things are only getting more complicated.
Rey, you're far more gifted at this stuff than I am. How are things more complicated?
Master Skywalker told me that I cannot proceed with training until I've learned to control my fear and doubt.
Oh. Well, I guess in a way, that's still training.
No, it's not. Finn, I've been afraid of these powers for as long as I can remember. Bad things have happened to people because of it.
Right, but that doesn't make you a bad person.
That's not the point, Finn. Never mind. You just don't understand.
You're right. I don't. So help me to.
No, Finn, it's not your burden to bear.
You're right about that too. But that doesn't mean you have to bear it alone either. Remember what you said? We'll get through this together.
Well, apparently I was wrong.
What? What do you mean by that?
We can't get through this together, Finn, because we're not going through the same thing.
Oh, come on, Ray. That's ridiculous. We can still help each other in spite of that.
You can't help me with this, Finn!
I could if you would stop pushing me away. Ray gets up and storms off, but turns back to say one last thing.
I don't need you to save me, Finn.
Ray walks off and Finn turns out to the horizon and throws a rock in frustration. Ray makes her way into the cave and sits down. She immediately feels bad about what she said and gets up to go and apologize to Finn. But before she can, she suddenly hears Kylo Ren's voice. I told you you were wasting your time.
What do you want?
To help you.
You're the last person I want help from.
Think of it more like guidance.
Oh, stop it. Master Skywalker told me about everything you did. You're nothing more than a monster.
You're right. I have an affinity for the dark side. Like my grandfather. I killed everyone in Luke's temple. I killed the Republic. I killed my father. I am a monster because I choose to be. Because as a monster, I am free. I embrace my power. Unlike you, I'm not shackled by my fear and doubt. Unlike you, I am not burdened by consequence. Ray stares at her reflection in the cave mosaic stoically.
What are you getting at?
As long as you stay here, you will never know such a feeling. Kylo's voice fades and Ray stands still within the cave. She looks at her reflection again and sees her darker self. She quickly looks away in fear, but immediately gets control over herself. Annoyed at what Kylo said, she leaves the cave to go continue meditating. Kylo goes to see Snoke. Hux is briefing Snoke on the Resistance. The Resistance flagship will run out of fuel within the hour. Thanks to Wraith Squad, they have nowhere to go. It's only a matter of time, Supreme Leader. Excellent, General. Proceed as planned. Yes, Supreme Leader. Hux turns and leaves as Kylo comes in. They both give each other dirty looks. Kylo Ren, I trust you have news about the scavenger girl. I am confident she will turn. She has become discontent and doubtful with Luke Skywalker. And you are confident she will not become the same way with you. Yes, I have what she wants. And what is that? Freedom. Poe and Rose and the Codebreaker are making their way through the massive ship. They unknowingly get spotted by a security droid that goes to warn Phasma. As Leia contemplates her situation, she suddenly feels a familiar presence and looks up to see Kylo Ren standing outside her cell.
Ben?
Don't call me that.
Ben, what are you doing?
I said don't call me that!
You are my son. I will address you as such.
You are my enemy, a traitor, and a fool for trying to resist the First Order. Just like Han Solo.
Ben, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you are not the horrific monster you claim to be.
Kylo gets visibly angry. I won't hide from my power like you did. And I am not a fool like Han Solo. Soon I will be just as powerful as my grandfather.
Your grandfather did terrible things, but in the end he chose the light.
And because of that, he died. I won't be as weak-minded as him.
Power isn't everything, Ben.
I told you not to call me that! They both stare at each other for a moment. The air thick with resentment and tenseness. Han Solo is dead. And very soon, you and the rest of your stupid resistance will be too. Kylo Ren walks away. Leia is saddened by her son's choices and sits back down. After a moment of pondering, she sits up straight and begins to meditate to call for Luke. On Ahch-To, Luke prepares a meal for Finn and Rey. Finn and Rey are helping set things up for a fire, but things are awkward between them. Luke notices their weird behavior. You two are awfully quiet. Is everything okay?
I'm fine.
Rey and Finn glance at each other. Luke gives them a weird look. All right. What's going on?
Nothing, Master Skywalker. I'm just not in a talking mood.
Yeah, me neither. Luke rolls his eyes and stops what he's doing. He approaches them in a stern manner. Both of you, take a seat. Rey and Finn reluctantly sit down. Luke sits in front of them. I'm going to ask you one more time. What is going on? There's a brief silence. Rey's being stubborn.
What?
She's clearly having a hard time, and I want to help her, but she's too stubborn to let me.
I don't need you to help me, Finn. You don't even know how to help me.
Well, doing it by yourself isn't working any better. Both begin to argue over each other. Luke stares at them with a heavy annoyance. All right, that's enough. Finn and Rey stop arguing and turn their attention towards Luke. Finn, I know Rey means a lot to you, but you can't help everyone with everything. Otherwise, they will never find out what they are capable of. Finn realizes Luke is right. Rey, it takes courage to confront oneself, but it takes far more to trust others. I know you want to protect Finn, but you need to trust in his ability to help you, just like he trusts you. Finn and Rey look at each other with apologetic expressions. Now, we need firewood. Will you two please go get some? Together. Finn and Rey walk off to go get firewood. Luke returns to preparing supper when he suddenly feels a sensation he hasn't felt in a long time. Leia. Up in the hills, Rey and Finn are collecting what firewood they can. Finn turns to Rey in order to speak to her. Listen, Rey. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
It's all right, Finn. I'm sorry, too.
They both smile at each other and continue to gather firewood. Finn suddenly slips, but Rey grabs onto him and helps him up. Softly chuckling at the mishap, they both notice that they are still holding hands. They look at each other with deep sentiment and take a step closer to each other. Suddenly, their attention is pulled toward the Millennium Falcon. Its engines were turned on and the ship was starting. Confused, Finn and Rey run down to see what is going on. They find R2 and Luke scrambling to gather supplies and prepare the ship for takeoff.
Master Skywalker, what's going on?
I'll explain on the way. Get on board. Before departing, Luke runs and grabs Leia's lightsaber and then gets on board. The Millennium Falcon takes off and leaves Ahch-To. Hey, can you please tell us where we're going? The First Order has kidnapped Leia. We have to rescue her or she will be killed. Finn and Rey look shocked. Are you sure we're ready for something like this? You are. As long as you two stick together, you'll be fine. Now, here's the plan.